What's up, Sooner fans? Welcome back to the Sooner Surge as another softball edition coming your way with a preview of Hannah Coor. Before we get started, click the subscribe button there on your screen. Turn on your notifications. Continue to comment and like as you guys are doing. Again, just doing a great job, and we appreciate it very much. Happy Friday to everyone. And let's get started with Hannah Coor, this video on Hannah Coor talking about someone maybe you're not super familiar with. As you guys know, and maybe the viewers, maybe they know or don't know, had the medical red shirt this past season with the back injury that she was able to get recovery and surgery from that. So looking to have a lot more of Hannah Coor on the field next year. She also played as a true freshman, many games, I think, about, I don't know, many appearances there in her freshman season. So she's been on the team for back-to-back championships. So, Hannah Coor, guys, what do you got, Braden?
Man, she's just a really good athlete. She's got speed. She plays pretty good defense too when she's playing.
Yeah, she's, like you said, uber athletic, great defense. And then I believe her freshman year, she was 6 of 8 on stolen bases too. So, that shows her speed. Something OU doesn't do a whole lot of. We talked about it in another video. They don't do a whole lot of base stealing, but she's definitely one that can do that. I compare a little bit with Avery Hodge in the fact that I think both those players, probably the number one thing that they need that will probably be developed over the next few years will be their hitting. I think they're just so talented in the field. They're so talented athletes that I think probably that's where you're going to see the biggest jump is in their hitting and their hitting ability with JT Gasso. The way he does, the way he develops talent with the bat is just second to none. And I believe you're going to see that with Hannah Coor. But like you said, we talked about a little bit with Avery Hodge. The fact that she can pinch run and she's so fast, right? That's another thing that you can play her. She can play multiple positions, just kind of like we mentioned also with other players. And so you're not tied into one box with her. You can kind of Patty Gasso can kind of move around wherever she needs.
Jay,
Yeah.
give me your thoughts. Like, will she be a DP?
I think this, it's going to be interesting, Braden, because we've talked about a lot of these athletes now with the incoming freshmen, the portal, and then some of these, there are maybe second-year players that just didn't play a whole lot as freshmen. Honestly, I think Patty Gasso is going to go in next year with besides the studs that we all know.
Yeah.
The rest, I think, is going to be open, fair game for competition, and I think the fall is going to be those battle series are going to be huge kind of moments for some of these players to stand out and maybe put their name in as penciled in as because we all know the right field position is kind of up there with shortstop. Same thing with shortstop, or that could be second base if they move TR. There's an infield position open, and then there's an outfield position open, right?
Jay, she might trade places with in and out with Torres.
Yeah, that's an option. But wouldn't y'all say that the right field and an infield position are the two that are looking to be pretty much filled by either?
That's all that's available.
Yeah,
that's all that's available unless you're just kind of giving some of them some time off, and just filling in for a game or
injury.
Two.
Yeah,
and that's the other thing. And one thing is, it's a utility. Hannah Coor is a utility player. That's kind of what I would call her, along with a couple of the others we've talked about. But one thing that Hannah Coor does bring to the table is she's actually played in big games. 2022, she had a couple stolen bases in the postseason. So she had plenty of opportunities in big moments, big games, big situations to go out there and kind of get the feel of what big time game experience is like. So I think that's a big thing for Hannah Coor. And just as Gasso talked about, she was in a lot of pain last year, guys. And the fact that she was able to have a successful surgery and Patty talked about she possibly could have come back at the end of last year, but she wasn't going to use her because she wanted to have her, she didn't want to maybe have a chance on losing that medical red shirt. So I think that's a good thing. And just the most important thing for Hannah Coor is that she's healthy. And I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, I agree. And I think, I think it's going to be interesting early on to see how they do if they kind of pull back the reins a little bit, or is she completely healthy now? Like you said, she's probably completely healthy. So we'll see. But you mentioned, she's played in big moments. She's not, obviously not fearful of anything. But you don't come to OU to be scared of big moments, right? All these athletes on this team, they're used to playing in big moments, right? That's why they're coming to OU, to play in big moments. They don't want to not be in big moments. So I think it's going to be a great this fall, man. This fall is just going to be, the competition out there is going to be crazy for some of these positions. I'm excited to see Hannah Coor. I just a little like Jeremy said, we saw her in the freshman year, and there was some exciting things with her speed, obviously. But just looking forward to see what else she can do this year.
Now, Jay.
Yeah.
You think she'll start?
Man, I would love our viewers to answer this question. I would love the viewers to put this in the comments that do you think Hannah Coor will start? And if not, I mean, if so, where? You know what I mean? Because I think that's the big question is, where is she best suited for her talents? What position would that be? And then is there a spot there that's an everyday spot? Obviously, I can see her starting games for sure, Braden, because I think Patty uses a lot of different players. We saw it last year in some of those positions. So I think she will start some. We'll see. I mean,
and I also think that you heard Gasso talk about the mental perseverance, the emotional kind of drain that last season kind of took on her. And it couldn't have just been her, guys. It had to have been on the whole team with the amount of pressure and just expectations. Next year, they are super deep. Maybe a chance for some of these talented players and ladies who really never got time off to maybe sit here and there. And I think that's something we might see. And it's great to have the depth that they have. So, yeah, drop your comments there. We only have one more to talk about, guys. And we'll do that tomorrow. That's Lilia. So we'll do that tomorrow, guys. Again, make sure you guys are subscribed to the Sooner Surge as we continue to put out content. It's not just softball. It's football and other things as we continue to roll with the content. As we get
and
ready
also,
for,
hey, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Jeremy, I want our viewers to know as they watch this, stay tuned. There could be something pretty big next week we have as a guest, hopefully. So working
on the softball side.
Softball side. So just stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it when it happens. But looking forward to it. So hopefully it's going to be next week. But stay tuned, guys.
Till next time. Boomer.
Boomer.
Boomer.